Hello student. In previous lecture we saw the part of trees, that is leaf and stem. In this lecture we are going to saw the next part of a tree is a flower. Here we have a picture of hibiscus in vertical conditions with a separating the part of a flower. In this picture, look at this picture. Okay, here we have this green type of parts through which the flower is hold. This green type of parts is called pedicel, and it sorry, this type. Okay, it is called as a calyx. Okay, next part is corolla. Next part is corolla. This is made up of a colorful part. This part, colorful part called petals. These are petals. Okay, it is the petals of hibiscus. Mainly, it is made up of a color and a smell for a various flower like rose, hibiscus, mogra, kaneer, tagger, etc. Androecium. Androecium, this is the male reproductive part of the flower. It consists of stamens. Each stamens is made up of another and filament. The androecium. Here is the androecium. This is the androecium. This part is the androecium, on which there is the anther and stigma. It spread this stigma this spread through air, or some fly is stick with their legs and it spread to another place. Another is gynoecium. This is a female reproductive part of flower. This is made up of carpels. A carpel consists of stigma, style, and ovary. This is the ovary. This is the ovary, and this is the stigma, and here is a filament. Here is the filament, and these are anther and a style. This is a stigma. It is a female like structure of the flower. Okay, when this anther spread and come onto this carpel, after the maturity, the another anther burst, and the pollen grains which are released fall on the stigma. This process is called the pollination. Due to this pollination, ovules, egg cells in the ovary get fertilized. In the ovary, this is the ovary of this flower. This is the part of flower get fertilized, and fertilized ovules from forms the seed, and ovary develops into fruit. So in this picture we understand or seen the fertilization of a flower, and it turns from flower to fruits. This happened only after the maturity period. And the last part of the tree is the fruit we eat. We eat different types of fruit. Each type of fruit has its own characteristics. Here in the picture we have different fruits. Okay, the mango, chiku, apple, etc. Each fruit has a different skin, shell, fleshy part, and a seed. In case of fruit, the cashew, its seed is outside the fruit. Soak of the seed of pea, white, wheat, rice, jowar, groundnut in water for 3 to 4 hours. Press the seed with your fingers and observe them. Which seeds gets divided into two equal parts. Seeds which get divided into two equal parts are called as a dicotyledonous seed, and the seed do not divide into two equal parts are called as a monocotyledonous. There are dicotyledonous fruits such as here we have a groundnut, and this pea are the dicotyledonous. Seed. So here we have a term that is dicotyledonous and the monocotyledonous. Okay, in previous part, so here we complete this lesson. First, look at this flower. This flower has a part of a pedicel petals, which these petals are uh, made up of a dark color, and they have their own smell, which attracts the insect for the pollination. Uh, their anther and stigma are the part of this flower. Here is the flower shown, uh, that pedicels which hold the stigma and the corolla of the flower. In between there is a ovary, which was covered by the calyx. On that ovary there is a filament and anther and style, and on the top of that style there is a stigma which attracts the flies or insects towards this flower, through which pollination is done. Here we first read this part, that is, the flower may have a long or a short stalk, that is called as a pedicels. One end of the pedicels is attached to the stem, and the other end of the pedicels has expanded and swollen. It is called as a receptacle. And the petals and the other parts of the flowers are supported on the receptacle. Calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoeciums are different parts of a flower. The calyx, in the bud condition, the petals covered by leaf-like parts is called as sepals, which is green in color. They form a calyx. The corolla, this is made up of a colorful part called petals. It has their own shape, color, smells of corolla of various flowers like rose, hibiscus, moगera, canary, and tiger, etc. This color and smell attracts the different types of insects, and these insects done a important part of pollination. Androecium and gynoecium. This is a male productive part of a flower, uh, and it consists of stamens, which stamens is made up of anther and filament. Okay, and the gynoecium is the female reproductive parts of the flower. This is made up of a carpel. Carpel consists of stigma, style, and ovary. Here we have two different parts of a flower, that is the androecium. Androecium, it consists of anther and filament, and gynoecium, it made up of carpels, and this carpel consists of stigma, style, and ovary. Okay, stigma, style, and ovary. These two parts, uh, the anther and filament of androecium, and stigma, style, and ovary of gynoecium, played a part for the reproduction, through which the fruits are formed through calyx. Okay. Mm. The process is that this process of after maturity. It happens after maturity. This process is called as a pollination. Due to pollination, ovules, egg cells in the ovary get fertilized, and for this leads to grow seeds or develop fruits. So here we complete this lesson. uh, if you have any doubt, please share it with me on my personal number.